Hey everyone, I'm Kelly.
And it's Brittany. We're coming back at you from the studio, and this is our Bulldog Yoga YouTube channel.
Creating an at-home yoga space can be quite the endeavor for so many of us. Whether you own a nice large suburban home with a beautiful backyard or a cute little studio apartment in the city, finding a place to park your mat can be half of the battle when practicing yoga at home. Now, add in the layer of creating a hot yoga studio space at home and your options may dwindle down to next to none. Today, we're here to show you that practicing hot yoga at home can be a lot simpler and sweatier than you think.
We are here to inspire you to perspire at home for little or no cost at all. But first, let's talk about hot yoga and what it's all about.
Yeah, so hot yoga, what is it? And why do so many people love turning up the heat while heading into down dog? Hot yoga is basically any form of vigorous yoga that's performed in a very warm and humid space. And that's typically about 80 to 100 degrees. And why do we torture ourselves with yoga and heat? Mainly, it's because warmer temperatures help your muscles and tissues open up more, which allows you to increase your range of motion and allow you to stretch even deeper within each pose.
Edward Laskowski, co-director of the Mayo Clinic's Department of Sports Medicine, was quoted as saying, "Heat in general dilates the blood vessels, so it brings blood flow to the muscles. Muscles need blood flow when they are working. They need oxygen that is delivered by the blood."
And according to preliminary research presented by the American Heart Association, hot yoga actually lowered blood pressure in a small study of adults with elevated or stage 1 hypertension.
The heat not only allows you and your body to stretch deeper, but breathe more deeply too. Hot yoga allows you to focus on your breath more and can actually train your lungs to retain more air.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hot yoga is a cardio booster and a calorie burner. So you'll not only feel the burn on your mat, but your calories will burn right off. And remember, as with any yoga practice, it's really, really, really important to hydrate. So drink plenty of water before and during hot yoga workouts.
Now that we've covered what makes hot yoga so popular, let's talk about how to create that perfect hot yoga studio right in your own home. First, let's talk about room selection. So while you may think you need a ton of space to work out at home, in order to hot yoga, the less space you have, the better.
For any yoga space at home, you only need enough space for your mat actually. So the smaller the room, the less energy is needed to heat it up and seal in your sweat. So the best room in your house actually might be the bathroom, and that's even better after you take a really hot shower or maybe fill up the bath with some water to create steam. Otherwise, maybe try your garage on a really hot summer day or the top floor or attic of your house, because remember, heat rises.
Plus, if you're strapped for space and you're finding no luck on rolling inside, roll out your mat outside. If it's sunny and warm outside, take your practice to the great outdoors. Connecting with nature during your yoga practice is that much more beneficial for your mind and your body. But don't forget your sunscreen.
Never forget the sunscreen. Another way you can create heat to add warmth is layers. Hats, hoodies, thick socks. If you can't create the heat around you, add the heat to you.
And let's not forget the obvious, actual heat. So the use of a space heater is the most straightforward way to create heat quickly and efficiently in any small space, right? The type of space heater really depends on a few things. The size of your room, the insulation, even the outside temperature. You just want to make sure you're buying the one that's best for your space.
And want that dreamy sauna-like studio feel? Go for the dynamic duo of a humidifier and a space heater. Talk about an at-home oasis, right?
And remember, with any space heater or electronic device at home, follow all recommended precautions. Safety first.
Such a mom tip, Britt. Finally, if you're totally out of space and layers, don't forget that you can always create some heat by focusing on your inner fire. Breath of fire is a rhythmic breath with equal emphasis on the inhale and the exhale, and it's about the breath width of a sniff. Breath of fire is done by pumping the navel point towards the spine on the exhale and releasing the navel out on the inhale. So it's practiced through the nostrils with your mouth and your eyes closed. Starting your practice with this breath of fire can actually warm your body and create all of the internal heat you need for a fiery flow.
Such a good idea. So at the end of the day, your experience on your own mat is really all that matters. If you're cranking up your space heater, if you're piling on the ski gear and it boosts your experience, hey, get your sweat on, get your Bulldog on, right? But if any of this is causing you stress, just leave it, embrace what you have, and just flow wherever, whenever.
Okay, Bulldoggers, speaking of all this heat, it's starting to warm up in here. We need to go hydrate. Remember, we're always here for you with Bulldog Online. We have designed our classes to fit into any space, hot or not. Did this video help you learn how to create a hot yoga space at home? If it did, comment down below.
Yes, and thank you for hanging with us, chatting about hot yoga at home. To get your Bulldog Online fix on the regular, remember, subscribe to our channel right here, or head on over to bulldogonline.com, and that way you can access all of our at-home awesome workouts on your own time in your own space. So until next time, Bulldoggers, stay cool.
I really heard that.
I know, and I was trying to play it out.
I said that was good.